A lot of people come to us, they trust us. They're valuing our opinion on, hey, Chad, what should I do? Of course, I got to give the answer. I can't give you advice. Like, I can talk to you, we can talk this out, but I can't tell you what to do.
When I first came over, and I had already had that trip to go to Spain, it was like the month after I started. Dude, I got to watch El Clasico in person.
Common perception that consumers always think about is with rates. You have a couple of good days. Oh, rates went all the way back down.
Yeah.
Oh, oil's down to 70. That means gas prices must be back down to 230.
There were so many Facebook and Instagram posts, y'all have seen them, where realtors would sit there and they'd have 30 contracts spread across the table, showed the ones they were negotiating. And it's like, those days as a buyer, give me a break. Like, I don't even want to think about buying a house.
Yeah. All right, guys, welcome back to the closing table with the Funding Fathers. I'm Tyler Jenkins.
Jesse Cronin.
Chad Paris, let's go.
Boom.
Dr. Boom.
Let's go.
And today we got a little summer special. We got a little summer special. It's just us three, no guests. Just kind of, we're halfway through the year. Talk about how the year's been so far, stuff we're seeing, what's going on in the mortgage market, and just what's going on in life in general.
USA.
Listen, hey.
I'm a new soccer guy, man. I don't know what to say. I love it. I'm addicted to it.
Did you see what the Turkey's head coach said after
Turkey.
Whatever. Did you see what he said after we lost to them in that game? Oh my God.
What did he say?
He was like, I just think it's crazy that no one acknowledged that we won the thing. And I'm like, well, we rested players. They didn't play our best players for half the game.
9 substitutions.
Right.
Change out.
And you won by 1. Like, it's not like
Turkey is going back.
Right, last
They're
second.
going back to Turkey.
Yeah.
They're already there.
And we're still playing.
No,
So
that's fine. So, I mean, I'll be
the
honest
sore
with you.
losers.
Like, so, Jesse we were together this weekend, and I'm like, all of a sudden, I'm like, this news. It happened 4 years ago. I'll never forget. I tell everyone this. I was at Saints. I don't remember if it's a Wednesday, a Thursday. It was like 2:00 in the afternoon, and it was on a weekday. But USA was playing, and the place you couldn't get in the door. So it made me realize, like, wait a second, this is USA. Like, so then all of a sudden now, like, they're all Super Bowls. Have you seen these?
Every single game.
It's like 3 Super. Like right now, there's 3 games today or matches, whatever you want to call them. It's like 3 Super Bowls.
Did you watch the Wave of Orange walking through downtown? I don't remember where they were playing, but is the Netherlands fans?
They're in Boston. I think they just got beat last night.
Bro, but the way that it was a time lapse of the fans walking to the stadium. How many thousands and thousands of people, they all walked at the same time in the stadium? It's like a parade. Is wild. But to your point, it's a Super Bowl. I mean, every single game.
There's watch parties. Like, that's what I'm trying to wrap my head around. Is like, I mean, think about it. We took a trip to Norway. Like, we're planning a trip to Norway. We're going over there. Like, I mean, these people are staying here for like 4 weeks?
Yeah, it's a long time.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, long time.
They're coming over for, I mean, I'm sure some are coming. They don't all stay, but they're here. Like, they are paying whatever.
Well, the longer they play, the more people that
are coming.
Probably coming over
Yeah. Too, and it's like the ticket prices. I mean, they're like $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a ticket. I mean, like,
did you see
outrageous.
The Turkey gang, the celebrities? I mean,
it was in LA though, right? So yeah, it was like everybody. Maggie was like, "Oh look!" I said, "It's in LA." It's all the actors.
But I mean, to be honest with you though, it's like, I mean, I'm a super patriot. I mean, you're a patriotic guy. I mean, we all three are. But I know you. I mean, you always wear American hot stuff. And,
think I don't love the USA?
No, you do too.
Is it because I'm black?
I don't see you like.
Dude, I love our country.
No. I'm saying.
No, I understand.
He always has something.
No, I get it. I'm just
right. And I mean, this is my favorite hat in the entire world. So, but I'm telling you right now, I listen. I stayed up last night and I watched literally the Netherlands match against Morocco last night.
Who won?
PKs again. 2 games yesterday. 2 PKs.
That's fun, dude.
Oh, down to the very last PK too. Like, I mean,
who won?
Morocco.
Oh, they did.
Okay. And they're like literally they had 2 shots to win. They missed one, then all of a sudden Netherlands gets one. So now Morocco's just got to make it. They miss, but then Netherlands misses and Morocco wins. It's like a head explosion in the place. They're crying. These men are crying.
Oh, bro, did I ever tell you? Oh, you remember when I first came over and I had already had that trip to go to Spain?
Yeah.
It was like the month after I started. Dude, I got to watch El Clasico in person. So Real Madrid and FC Barcelona in Madrid was one of the craziest. Like, dude, I have a picture.
You talked about
Bro,
this.
I have a picture. I'm on the train. This is so beforehand, like you said, it is literally like the Super Bowl. Like there are people outside the stadium, like it's like shoulder to shoulder. Like you have to like push your way through people.
A lot of them aren't even going in the stadium.
No, yeah, they're there to just party and drink and
watch parties.
Yeah, and just watch from there, right? So first of all, dude, when they score that place, because you got to think like, I know Camp Nou holds like, I think it's 100,000 people. I think Real Madrid, I forget what their stadium's called, but I think it holds like 85,000, and there's not an empty seat anywhere.
No.
And they're all screaming, yelling.
Well, you're talking about like the biggest of the big. When Davin Blumenstock went over recently to Germany, he went to like what would be the equivalent of like a minor league. It was a major league game, but it was like a minor league game.
It's not. It's not.
It'd be like
there was like 75,000 people.
Like Louisville FC, right? Like that type of like.
Except instead,
but it was like
they're MLS.
Instead of 9,000.
There were like 75,000.
It was like 70,000
He
people.
said literally, and it was like everybody walks to the stadium.
Right.
And he said literally, you just walk through the city. You're walking through these country roads, and then you're this.
It's hard. Like so in the U.S. I mean, it's funny because I mean a lot it's still to a lot of people it's soccer, right? Like I mean, you either love it or you're kind of like, I don't get it. What's this offsides thing and this and that? But I think now more than ever, like this is one of those. I mean, it's 250th anniversary playing on U.S. soil. U.S. is in the round of 32.
We talked about.
I mean, if they win tomorrow,
we have UFC fights at the White House.
By the time this comes out and people are watching it, I mean, the game will already be done. But I don't know, man. It's just wild. I mean, like the energy is absolutely incredible. I mean, that's what people forget. The World Cup is the largest sporting event in the world.
Oh, there's nothing like it.
And it's not even,
like you said, every game's a Super Bowl. Which side of the bracket? Because last night talking about upsets, Germany. I mean, completely. That was a major upset.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Were they on our side of the bracket or the other side?
I don't know. I've looked enough now. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm a soccer connoisseur. I know, and if we win, we'll play Belgium most likely, and then we have Spain and Portugal down there below. Which is, listen, let me just put it this way: if you're watching this in 2 or 3 weeks, and we beat Spain and Portugal and Belgium, that would be.
It'd be monstrous.
France is for sure on the other side.
Yeah, we don't want to see France.
They're on the other side.
I don't want to see France.
So
Argentina.
I mean, let's just hope Wednesday night we get a.
Let's go. I just want one win. I just want one win. All right, listen, if we're watching this right now, let's hope that one win came to fruition.
1-3. I don't want one. I want 3.
I'll take 1, but 3 would be good. So anyhow, man. So what's good on the mortgage side, Tyler? There's been some market stuff going. Interesting and
I mean, obviously, if unless you're living under a rock, we've been at war for a while.
6 months.
Yeah, and it's obviously impacted inflation because of oil prices translating to gas prices, and that kind of bleeds into everything else. We were talking before this, like I think the one thing that's important for people to understand is rates will always take the elevator up and the stairs on the way back down.
Oh, that's you ain't a line right there.
Like bond traders are by nature, if you think about the asset that they trade, they're very risk averse. So they're not going to take huge hedges and risks when they're trying to calibrate like what's going to be the next 6, 12, 18 months. And that's why they're very hesitant. And even secondary markets like ours, they're very hesitant to be aggressive when like oil prices are down now, thank God, right? It's getting better. And rates have slowly kind of trickled back down a little bit, but I think it's going to take some time.
Well, as you mentioned earlier in the prep, the gas prices, I mean, they're not moving a whole.
Takes time to translate.
They're not moving the way we would all hope or think it would be. If you said $70 a barrel, I mean, what was it trading at? What was
it was like 100 it was 100 and something, 120, 130.
It's like the common perception that like consumers always think about is with rates. You have a couple of good days. Oh, rates went all the way back down.
Yeah.
Oh, oil's down to 70. That means gas price must be back down to 230.
But you know what's wild though is elevator up, stairs down. Gas prices sure went quick. Like gas prices sure went.
Oh, it's the same thing.
$5 quick. Yeah. And here we are coming, as slow as we are.
I mean, a little bit, like I said, they're coming down, but it's still, I mean, I was at the pump getting good old 87 regular unleaded at $3.40.
No, I'm saying it's not as slow as it was going up. But, back to that point, The other thing is as it pertains to what we do, the 10-year Treasury, mortgage-backed securities, it is as third world. I mean, what we've seen in the moves, kind of like with oil prices jumping so quick, we've seen that in the bond market. It is so third world where you've seen, this year, we've seen sub 4 10-year Treasuries and we've seen 468. Like that's a move.
In their world, that's like crypto movement, like in terms of like volatility.
So when I say third world, like the financial markets aren't supposed to move like that. So back to your point, traders and spreads, like that's why we see people being more cautious. I mean, just 2 weeks ago, Bank of America was estimating that we were going to see 3 rate hikes by the Fed this year. Thankfully, that's been pulled off the table. But to your point,
but in that moment, I mean, there was that much strife in the Middle East. Like it wasn't that. I didn't think it was that crazy. It was a little aggressive, but like if this continued long term, like that.
Let's be honest, we can talk Bank of America 3 rate hikes. That's off the table. Maybe 1. We don't know.
No, no one knows. No one knows.
What did we go to war? 8 weeks ago? I don't know. I mean, roughly.
I think it was like
6 months. It was in June.
I don't think it was 6 months.
No,
it was like
end of February. We're in July. It was the end of February.
Well, that'd be like March.
Okay.
So
right,
3 to 4 months.
5 months, whatever it is. Who's supposed to say though?
Definitely not 6 months.
Yeah, it's definitely 6, but it doesn't matter. We don't know what happens in a month.
No.
That's the thing about that's what's crazy is everybody's like, what's rates going to do? I love it. I've said this a million times. And I do think a lot of people come to us, they trust us.
Right.
They're valuing our opinion on, hey, Chad, what should I do? And of course, I got to give the answer. I can't give you advice. Like, I can talk to you. We can talk this out, but I can't tell you what to do.
Right.
We can just talk it out as 2 professionals, and then you can form your own opinion on, do you want to lock in? Do you want to buy a house now? Do you want to wait? Because we think we know what the market might do, but we really, truly don't. And that's why when rates kind of get down to these, like now they're trying to trick them back down a little bit. And it's like, listen, there's opportunity right now. Like, we could easily be, had that war been stayed as high at the height of where it was, we could easily be in the 7s right now.
Oh, no question.
I mean, you were just talking about the spreads.
I mean,
on how right now, based on what Logan was talking about.
If, we were talking to Logan Mosham yesterday, prepping for the mastermind.
From the Housing Wire.
And on Housing Wire. And, based on where the 10-year went just last week, 2 weeks ago, if the spreads had been wider like they were just as recent as 6 months, a year ago, we would have been in the mid-7s. He talks about hug a mortgage spread, and it's real. Like if those spreads had normalized, a normal spread's around, and we're nerding out here, but between 150 and 160, that's the difference between the mortgage-backed securities and the 10-year. Had those not normalized, we'd be in the mid-7s today still.
That's what I'm saying. So like the opportunity right now, like, I want clients, like national averages, I think it ticked down to like 6.59% as of we're on June 30th right now. I mean, it's been floating anywhere 6.7, 6.8. So we were close. And I'm telling you right now, that's why I'm like, listen, you get a little bit of love. Like,
take it.
Roll.
Yeah, take
roll
it.
with it. Like, hey, listen.
Take it.
The thing is, and here's the thing, the housing market, in my opinion, cannot afford. Us as professionals, the housing market in general, I don't think we can afford another run of 7.25, 7.5. I mean, I really I think.
What do you mean?
I mean, I'm talking as far as I think people were so jaded. They were so you think about when
I think it would be very discouraging. Like I think it would just stop people from you know what I mean?
Like it would be harmful for the mere fact that I think there's how many times people we've talked about this. I don't want to come on my 3%. I don't want to come off my 2.75.
Had that conversation yesterday.
So you all saw what happened in the last year and a half. I mean, our business has started to pick up. Right now, year over year, we'll talk about this in a second. We're all crushing it right now. We're way ahead of because guess what? The market has been more normalized.
Yeah.
For the last 12 months. Now, granted, the last 3-4 we had a little, but at that point in time, I think people are already kind of like, I'm back in on buying right now. I think when people truly open up market, they open up their phone and it says mortgage rates 7.25. That does not inspire people. No. So I'm just saying, I do think, and not
conversely though, like the really well off people, they understand that when that happens, they have an opportunity to go after stuff that they couldn't because there's so much negotiating power, and they can withstand the storm, right? So
100%.
It's weird because I think to your point, I think the everyday person, 100%, it impacts them a lot more. And we see that side of the business kind of turn a little bit. But I think when I think back on 2022, 23, it was really like people who it doesn't impact them the same way, and they understand they're playing a longer game. And I think that'll be interesting too, if that were to ever happen, right? To see like how that tilts.
Yeah.
Because it has been, and I think even now still there's a lot of negotiating power on the buy side, depending on your market.
Yeah.
So regional, but like here in Kentucky, I know for sure.
We've had, I mean,
lots of concessions.
yeah, lots of concessions. Now, I'll say the one thing is I agree with you, but you know what? I thought the market was so soft that like we would see like way more contingencies, and I still have some. I've had, but not many. Like
no,
now you're getting $3, $4, $5 in closing costs right now. But man, there's something to be said about these sellers still just do not want to be waiting on a contingent offer right now.
Well, because they want because they got to buy something.
Well, and they know
they need certainty.
They're trying to strike right now too,
Yeah.
right? I mean, because listen, the pricing's not getting better. No, the pricing will only get worse. Man, I talked to.
There's not enough inventory.
I said this. I had a call yesterday. A guy's trying to get in the investment game a little bit, so we were just strategizing about some different stuff. He's got a place in Charleston, South Carolina, free and clear, $500,000. We got to talk a little bit more about it. He bought it 12, 13 years ago-ish for $130,000. So now I'm trying. So then I need to look the address up because I'm like, what's $130,000 in Charleston in 2014, whatever it was,
right?
And now it's worth $500,000. The point being, that's the long game, right? Now he wasn't necessarily thinking he was going to get 4 times his money, on a $130,000 house.
Yeah,
but he did. He has. Now he's renting it out, 6 years renting, making money free and clear. So. The long game is absolutely that's a good point on saying that. I mean that like I'm not thinking about the 7 1/4, which we don't need. Let's get 7s out of the question. Right. Let's keep them in the 6s. But to your point, I think that's like they can withstand that storm. And instead of buying that house for $500,000 now, we've in 3 years that house is $575.
Real estate always wins.
Yeah.
Out of 100 years, the real estate market, there have been 3 years.
We talked Jared. I think maybe 3 years where we did not have
some positive appreciation. I mean, it's wild, but kind of to where both of y'all are going with this is, if you're gonna need to buy that bigger house, if you're gonna need to upgrade, or even some people that are downgrading are about spending more money, if you're gonna be buying a house in the near future. Taking advantage of this time where it is more depressed, meaning that there's less competition.
Correct.
Because you go back, guys, like if you went back to, let's just say 2021, 2022, where every single house had 20, 30, 40, like there were so many Facebook and Instagram posts, y'all have seen them, where realtors would sit there and they'd have 30 contracts spread across the table, showed the ones they were negotiating. And it's like those days as a buyer, like give me a break. Like I'm
miserable.
I don't even want to think about buying a house.
Yeah, miserable.
Right now, you're going in with some competition. They might be 2 or 3. There might be 5. There might be 5.
But again,
it's not. We're not doing 30. We're not.
Oh no!
30.
I mean, they're very far few in between.
And back to your point about contingencies. I didn't mean to cut you off again.
No, you're good.
Back to your point about contingencies. It leads me into like a place where we are helping so many buyers and realtors win. Is with the bridge loan. I'm just
correct.
Like I can't tell you on
bridge line of credit, right? I mean, that's our specialty. It's what we do well, and people ask me someone they didn't understand. So this is the way I think we take for granted sometimes. Everyone understands contingencies. I had a cat ask me the other day. He goes, "Oh man, my house got under contract. It was getting a bridge loan. He thought it just had to. He didn't think it could be under contract. If it's under contract to sell, he might not be able to get the loan now." And I'm like,
because normally you can't.
No, well, that's why, because typically if a house is listed, you couldn't get a bridge loan.
Right.
You couldn't do it.
We want it listed.
We want it listed. Like I was like, no, we want this under contract. We don't want to hold it. Like we're doing this. We do this loan for the consumer.
Oh, 100%.
Right. I mean, like it's not a moneymaker.
Yeah, it's a loss leader for us. 100%.
Loss leader, break even, whatever it is. We're doing this so we can literally give our clients, our real estate partners, a tool to help them be able to perform, right?
To win.
Yeah, to win, because it is not a moneymaker. Like if we talk to you about a contingent loan, we are not making money on that contingency at all. It is literally a vehicle to help you win in this market. And Jesse, we've talked, and what was interesting though, you've said this a lot. I mean, we've been at North Point almost 5 years now. Me and you have. Tyler, you've been there almost 3.
Going on 4.
We've had bridge loans the whole time. Now, in past years, we closed bridge loans, but Sometimes it'd be bridge, and then the client would be like, "Oh, I don't necessarily need a bridge because I can do this, right?"
That's what I think is powerful about it is, and I tell everyone, it's giving you additional firepower. You might actually be able to get it under contract contingent. And that might buy you another week to get your house up listed and have some people come through. But then someone else may come and make an offer on that house that you have contingent. You already know you can remove the contingency with no problem.
Correct.
Right. I'm setting it up so that when you have that 24, 48 hour first right of refusal where someone else comes in and says, hey, we're going to buy this, but we're not contingent. Right. You don't have to, you already know, we've already talked about what that looks like. And the goal, you might even go non-contingent when you make the offer. And then we just do a 30, 45-day close. We know that you're going to put your house on the market. We might mess around and time those out at the same time. So it ends up, either way, it ends up working out fine. We just withdraw the bridge loan.
I got one.
It's no big deal.
July 15th. And he got his house under contract. I got the bridge about 90% done. We're going to go and get it clear to close.
Yeah. Hold it. Hold it.
I'm holding it.
Yep.
Either on the 9th, I'm closing it.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to use the bridge funds, or we're going to time it to where it works out. Client wins.
100%.
Right now, my client literally is sitting there going, I'm coming away. I'm good.
And if you end up having to close it, they're not going to have a payment on it until freaking September.
So they're not gonna pay me on because their house is gonna sell it.
No, that's what I'm saying. But that's my point is, even if because of the timelines on the purchase dictate that they have to close with the bridge, the biggest concern for most people is having to make basically the 3 payments because it's the existing, the bridge, and then the new one, right?
But the payment's not gonna be due until
correct. But I'm like, even if you have another month and a half to almost 2 months, depending on when you close, that you can close on the sale of this. So if we get into the last week and that's when you finally get it under contract, it's still great news.
Oh, it's amazing.
Because you're going to close it before you make a payment on this. You're going to pay it off, and it'll be like it never happened.
I think the moral of the story is if you're seeing this, or you're talking to your consumers, or you're talking to real estate partners, you're talking to your potential clients, if they own a house, there is a 90% likelihood that they have a good amount of equity in their house. If they've owned it for 4+ years, they got a good amount of equity. Most likely.
Goes back to his point. Long game. Like, it wins every time.
Real estate wins. It is a resource that you need to be investigating because it's like, yes, do we have the ability to recast? I mean, most lenders, many lenders offer the recast ability, right? So meaning like you can get into your house with this much down, recast later. That's great. But guess what? If you got PMI on your loan and you got 12 months you need to make, and a lot of times, listen,
and you have to make 4 payments.
Behind the scenes, we don't it's like the rigmarole of trying to go through some of this stuff can be daunting, right? Mm-hmm. And we don't control that. This is servicing. This is long gone out of our. We don't even see it. I'll talk to clients. I'll be like, listen, here's the difference. Like, we'll talk pros, cons. Do you want to buy your house, put down all this equity, and have your financing set up, sell your house?
Be done.
You're done. You're moving in your house. You're getting your kids acclimated, getting into school. You're not having to worry about, well, what am I going to do in 6 months? I want to get this off. I want to do this. I want to do this. Make life easy. Also,
I'm
a path of least resistance. Make life easy.
Some loans, so basically anything that's not conventional, don't allow for recasts.
Correct.
Yeah.
Jumbo.
I'm going to say that again. Pretty much every single loan that is not a normal conforming conventional loan does not allow for a recast. So if you're talking to a loan officer and you're doing an FHA loan and they're telling you that you're going to recast when you sell your house, they are lying to you.
No.
You cannot do that.
You want the bridge.
That's another reason why having the bridge on the departing residence to be able to have the access to the equity on the purchase matters way more than arguably anything else in that situation, because otherwise you're paying a whole nother set of closing costs.
Oh, dude, or
to put that money down to lower your payment.
That or a lot of bridge loans, not ours, but a lot of bridge loans tie both properties together. Mm-hmm. So you have to refi anyway.
Yep.
I do want to hit on one thing about these bridge loans, and I want to speak directly to realtors and buyers. Guys, let's talk about somebody who, you said 4 years. I mean, that's a long time, but 4 years.
That's significant.
No. I'm not talking about equity. I'm not talking about equity. I'm talking about, you've been in your house for how long? 10 years?
Yeah, ish.
We've been in our house for 12 years. If you told me today, 12 years, that I had to list my house, find a house, sell in the same day, and have a moving truck there, give me a break. No way. No way. You moving out of your house same day as you're moving to the new one? No. Think about somebody who's been in their house 15, 20, 25, 30 years.
So much stuff.
These people are moving, right? They are moving right now. These are a lot of the folks that are moving. So to give them the peace of mind that they can find the new house, get it under contract, close, right? Using the equity from their current home, move. It might be 30, 60. So what? You said, oh, well, they don't have a mortgage for so long. So what if they make 2 or 3 bridge payments? For them to have the peace of mind to be able to move slowly, do some work to the house, maybe it doesn't need anything, but move at their pace. Maybe they do an estate sale. That peace of mind for those people is so monstrous.
Well,
and setting a bridge up where they have enough access where they can actually use some of those proceeds
to renovate,
to either renovate or have for the payments.
Oh, I do that.
Right? Where I build in a buffer. Hey, I'm going to build in 2 or 3 months of all 3 of these, all of your payments that you have access to that you're just going to hold just in case. Then you don't have to worry about you've already bought yourself another 3 months outside of basically the 2 that you have, because you've got from when we got under contract to closing, and then you've got, depending on when you close, another month and a half to 2 months. Yeah. We just bought you like 6 months of time to get it sold.
But that's good. That's a great point. I've done that on pretty much every bridge loan where I'm pulling out extra for them to have moving expenses to help. If they have to make 2 or 3 mortgage payments in 2 or 3 months, they're paying interest on that money. They don't care.
Nope.
They don't care. It's access to money to make life easier, period. I'll talk real quick what you said. You hit the nail on the head. It goes beyond just executing. It's about lifestyle and being able to move. I had a cat just move. They just moved from Louisville, took a job in
cross country,
Charlotte. Yeah. We just closed a week and a half ago. Wife's pregnant. She literally might have already had the baby by then. That baby might be on. Congrats.
Yeah, congrats.
Congrats to the Jew family if you did. But seriously though, they got their house under contract. I was like, well, what do you want to do? I was like, we can do this, whatever. He was like, no, I have to close on Carolina first. My wife's due. I got to get everything moved in. Kids shifted over. This and that. We're gonna have the baby here and then do this. And I was like, that makes perfect sense. Because like you said, you can't just pick up. If you're a single dude, single girl, and you're same day move and you're young and mom and dad are gonna help, brothers, sisters. All right, it's fine. That's not the world we're living in for the most part. We got families, right? And they're transitioning stuff. Stuff. And families and kids, which are more stuff. Yeah. But
and jobs. It's not like they're sitting at home all day. I mean, they're working all day. You think they want to work all day, then come home, pack a bunch of boxes?
Forget a job. Even if you're retired, having all that stuff.
It's just I still crack up because I haven't seen a moving truck in a parking lot in a long time. And I go to a lot of closings. Tyler, I know you do too. I mean,
that's because you're doing the loans. There are a lot of folks that are listening to this. That I'm telling you are moving.
Drove the U-Haul to the closing.
It's wild to think that, and it's wild. I'm like, man, if I ever pull up, my client's got a U-Haul out there, it's because that's exactly what they wanted. Because otherwise, what fear? Sitting there signing papers, going, my house is in a truck outside, and that's all I got. It's just, I don't know, it freaks me out. So I'm just
homeless.
I'm just glad that I don't pull up to my closings and I got moving trucks out there. But
well, you talk about obviously bridge loans and what we're doing. I mean, let's talk about halftime.
I was gonna say we gotta get off the bridge loans. Bridge loans are a very sensitive subject in the city of Louisville right now.
It's a very.
I-65 is shut for probably for the. You didn't know where I was going with that, did you? I-65.
The can opener is claiming souls.
Bro, the can opener.
It's like at 33 trucks now. It's the top.
It's gotta be more than that. That's probably
that's the unofficial count right now.
I don't know. What do they do with these? What do they do? They just come.
I saw a picture.
I know the trailers are. I mean, I'm curious. Some of these trailers are smashed.
I saw a picture. They were going across the bridge to Southern Indiana, and they had a police escort in front and behind it because the top part of the truck was dragging on the ground.
So
they had to just drive it back to wherever.
What do you do? What do you do with an incapacitated trailer that is no longer functional? City of Louisville ain't taking that.
I don't know, dude.
You have a huge tow truck,
dude. That is wild. But it's just
nuts.
funny. You said I was thinking because we said bridges 4 times.
Yeah, you definitely got me. I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
You see where real quick though, talking local stuff. They got planned closings next year after Derby too, right? They're gonna So this is not just this year. They're doing it again next year after Derby. Other side.
So have you seen the aerial of actually?
No, I haven't actually.
Dude, you got to pull it up. The drone footage. If you saw the drone footage of 65 North, they took it to nothing. There is nothing. There's not we're redoing the roads. The concrete's gone. The
you mean I was driving down?
Bro, hospital curve.
Yeah.
Literally, there's nothing there. They've literally taken the entire, like you can see.
Are they
below where
expanding the lanes on it or
I gotta
something?
check
Like-
it out. I need to check it out.
Gonzo. No, I think they just. I don't think they're. Maybe they're expanding.
I mean, I hope so. If you're taking all this time, like, what's the point of?
Well, I think probably the concrete. I mean, the concrete is probably faulty. They now stuff was with overpasses and bridges and stuff's failing.
Oh, that's fair.
I mean, but it is gone. When I say gone, like you can see the earth below where the road was.
Did you see the first weekend that they had that shut down? I saw this post. A couple had like at like 1 a.m, drove their car like in the middle of 65 and like parked it and like had a picnic. Like,
Oh no, I didn't.
65.
How'd they get past those police? Those police sit there all the time.
They have those. Sometimes they have empty cars though. They'll just sit there and just
It
let
is
the
wild.
lights
They got
on.
the car- they got the cars.
It just made me laugh.
Concrete barricades, and I'm like, but I guess some idiot
Some idiot, yeah.
could literally.
I just
drive
told you
around.
somebody did.
And with the road being gone, I mean, you'd literally be driving and like done. Like I'm telling you, it's gone.
That is wild. So all right, well, I just felt for my people.
But yeah,
out there.
have
No,
fun.
no. Hey, bridges are good at North Point.
Correct.
Bridges
Bad on I-65
We
north
have,
and
we
south
have
right now.
strong bridge.
Oh, yeah.
Strong bridge.
Well, yeah. Very well engineered.
A lot of integrity. Like
That's funny. Well, let's talk about halftime. Obviously halfway through the year, we're all big goal setters. I mean, how are you coming on yours?
I had to raise my goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, the initial goal was 45 million. I think I'll be right like 25.4, so like slightly over 25
As of today.
as of today. So
He said I'll see that 45 and I'll raise it to.
yeah, I think it should. I'll have to go look at the loan count. I think it's like right at 80 for the year. So, and I knew I had to do like somewhere between 150 and 160. I thought to do 45, but it seems like
Units.
average loan amount. Yeah, average loan amount's gone up, so it doesn't need to be. I don't think as many units, but I've always been a unit guy, and that's my focus because you can't control volume.
Yeah.
Like just because someone might be buying a $500,000 house, but to our point about bridges and whatever, like they might have 300 grand in equity in the house that they're selling, and that's what they're putting down on.
That's what we do.
Yeah,
We
and
don't structure loans.
no, I'm not like.
We don't structure loans to get the highest loan size. Like I want to give you a solution that makes your life better.
And I was gonna say earlier, that's another thing about that clientele is like the rates matter less because their loan amounts are smaller, or they have the option to make the loan amount smaller, right? If they're gonna put more money down. So like,
That's what- we've talked.
yeah,
More equity means less debt.
Correct.
Because we're paying it all off.
Mhm.
Means more down payment. So yeah, the rate might be 6.25. Okay, but you're
On
putting down
200 grand,
But you're putting
yeah.
down an extra 100,000 that you weren't going to put down. So we're offsetting anything that you made. So
Right.
there's so many extra benefits to your point, though. So
but yeah, but
So raising 45 to what?
50.
50.
Yeah.
All right. And
Because I've actually never clipped 40 technically. I did 39.6 last year.
Well,
So
you just put the chips in for 50.
yeah, so I was like, it's not. I think 45 is kind of a foregone conclusion at this point. Like just given like the momentum, the pace, like the the systems we've set up. So now I'm eyeing. I got to give myself something to keep going because I don't want to hit 45. I'm like, all right, well, I did it. I'm done.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm glad you raised it. But whether you hit 45 or 50, it's going to be a killer year.
Oh, it's a great year.
You're up. I mean, even at 45, you're up almost 20% year over year. So
yeah.
Mhm.
the ball coach. Speaking of coaches, Logan was going to be a coach. He'll talk about tomorrow on the LO Mastermind. But coach, what are you thinking? How are you looking for your goals?
Pretty good. Yeah, and I'm I'd say mine was going to be, I think, 40. I'm going to be right around where Tyler is right now. Probably not going to hit 50. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I might hit 50, but I mean,
You keep doing these $1 million loans.
my average shoulder size has been, but my units are, like on par, maybe down just a little bit, but my volume's up a lot. So I'm like, I don't know. You listen.
Blessed.
Yeah, it's just a game. It's the mortgage. It's the real estate game. You don't know what you're gonna get. You just play your hand, man. You play your hand to the best of your abilities, and it is what it is. And I take a first time home buyer the same way I take a $1 million client. This year, man, I've just been really fortunate to where some loans have fallen. But you know what though? I'll say they've fallen in my lap. I mean, listen.
You also had a stretch where it was not.
Well,
I remember talking to you about it. Like it was not going your way. Like
Q1 last year was one of the worst quarters of my life. And I wasn't, but I didn't get nervous because I knew the activity was there. But honestly, I say this, yes, I'm on track to probably do 45 million, maybe 50 as well. Probably doing 140, 150 units potentially. So I mean, we'll
Shoot,
see
what
how
if between the three of us we do like 300?
well, considering coaches over 100 million here already for the
which is
first 6 months.
It's just bananas.
I'm trying to get to 100 million in like a 3-year average.
Yeah.
But I mean, you say that though, Tyler. Like honestly, I've had it's been lucky to some degree, but 2 of them were I had a couple all-in-one loans. One was a bank statement loan.
Mm-hmm.
He's self-employed, 2 businesses.
Common sense underwriting.
I've closed 1 loan for this real estate agent. This was the one. It was kind of like one, and then I closed another bank statement all in one. But one was moving from Vegas. He needed a couple quick avenues. They needed something. We got creative. We did it all in one. I pulled some money from another. It was so. I say sometimes it's luck. Sometimes it's just timing on the market coming around to, hey, the products are there and I got a person that needs this solution and we've just executed. That's all I can say. But
luck is real, right? But you create your own luck. I've been talking about this forever, guys. Like people sitting around like waiting, they get lucky. We're out talking about our products. So you talk about bank statement loans, the all-in-one loan, the bridge loan, all these different things. Like that's how you create your luck. Both of you two, your average loan sizes are bigger, not because you're only going out and targeting bigger loans. You're talking about the products,
solving more complex problems.
Yeah, and that's why that's happened. Same thing for you. I mean, my same as you guys. My units are pretty flat year over year. I'm right now pacing to do 550 loans, which would actually be down from last year a little bit, but I'm up year over year in volume from average loan amount. And why is that? We talk about we help everybody from. I mean, this month legitimately I will close a $50,000 loan, and I will close a $2.4 million loan. That being said, we help everybody, right? We very much so can cater all needs. Now, I help a lot of people with short term, rentals. I help a lot of people with second homes, investments. So a lot of those complex situations will be geared towards bigger loans, which is one of the reasons that's happening. But
I mean, I think, but to your point, I think part of this as well. I mean, you do a significant amount out of state, way more than any of us. I made a post. It's actually been a really good post.
Dude, did you sponsor it?
I did.
Okay, because I was like, I saw it pop up, and it had like 500 likes and like 200 comments. I was like, what in the world? And I looked up and I saw it said sponsor. I was like, oh, okay. I mean, at least like he put a little energy behind it, but like
universe know that we are licensed in all 50 states.
It performed.
Just closed a deal in Phoenix, Arizona. He was one of my clients and he called me and goes, man, I'm moving to Phoenix because I'm getting a new job out there. Do you by chance? He didn't really, he was just hoping.
Didn't even know.
He really just wanted to work with me because we've worked together. And I was like, yeah, man, I'm licensed in Phoenix. I mean, like those are, that's the thing. Being licensed in all 50 states as a mortgage professional, I've been doing this for 24 years. Having the ability, knowing that I can assist anywhere at any time. The Charleston, South Carolina guy I was just talking about, he goes, man, do you think you could help me with a loan on my Charleston property?
Sure
so I can help buy new real estate, some investment here in Louisville. And I go, yeah, I'm licensed in all 50 states. He's like, man, this is awesome. So, I mean, those opportunities for you, like I said, you're huge in Alabama, Gulf Shores, but having the ability to help some clients in other states. I mean, I think every out-of-state loan I've closed, I mean, all the sales prices are probably $650 and above because they're moving for newer jobs.
Yeah.
It's like they're upgrading. Yeah. So, I don't know, man. It's been fun. Listen, I'm gonna ride the wave. I'm ride the wave and just keep grinding, baby. Just keep grinding.
I was gonna say I wouldn't call anything any one of us students riding. We're riding the wave, but there's a lot of people that aren't.
Well, we built the wave.
Wish they were.
Well,
we built the wave we're riding though, which is the difference. Built it.
The wave pool, because there's a lot of people that wish they were around the wave, and I'm not. We're very blessed.
Very.
But it's also because of the systems and the programs we put in
again. Been doing over 2 decades now, and I mean, it's like the process is always evolving.
Oh, every day. I'm learning every day.
It's always evolving.
Tyler yesterday, he's bringing systems and AI into our world, which you weren't there yesterday, so we'll talk about them. But
oh, dude, I'm building some cool stuff.
It'll be cool to help us automate some stuff for sure.
Nice.
You talk about exciting things. Boys, it's 4th of July.
250th anniversary.
I mean, we're talking about hot dogs,
Go.
hamburgers,
Go.
Fireworks.
Got on my flag.
Big fireworks.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
man.
mean, it's
I don't know. Listen, we live in the greatest country ever, and it will always be the greatest country ever. I don't think that there's anything that you can say other. This is a celebration. Like I wake up every day. I don't fear from
Yeah.
I know that I am in a safe space to where I can thrive. Talk to you good looking gentlemen here, shoot the shit, go work, go hang out, go do all the things, and my freedom means everything to me, right? Because listen, you're watching countries play soccer right now. They're living their best life today. But in 2 months, when they get back, they're not all living their best life.
100%.
For sure.
You know what I'm
We
saying?
definitely are blessed to be in a time frame in the country that we're in. They talk about. I'm a nerd out for a minute. They talk about where we are in the current status of the solar system, the Goldilocks zone. Like it's the best time for our planet to be where it is. That's literally where we're living. I'm not talking about the Goldilocks zone. I'm talking about now in our lives in the United States. We are living in what's I call the Goldilocks zone because it is such an amazing time to be alive. There's chaos in the world. There's things going on.
There's always. I think that's what the part that
the world.
people because like I wasn't old enough to remember. Like, bro, 2008. Like me personally, means nothing.
Bro, you were 13.
Means nothing.
No.
Like it didn't. It didn't.
You weren't living. You didn't.
Yeah, like I didn't have to worry. I wasn't. But like
6th grade.
Your mom wasn't coming home going, Tyler, the housing market's crashing.
Yeah, like
you're like no, it's like, hey, do your homework and go practice basketball, Tyler.
But when you study history and you look back, there's always something. There's literally never been a year ever where there wasn't some disaster or some.
If there's not, it might be. That's scary. Like it's too big of a world to not like have something going on at all times.
And I think the reason why people feel it now more than ever is because we're so hyper connected. Like 30 years ago, no one would know that like as it's happening or the next day that something happened in, Iran. Like it would have taken weeks before, like, unless you were someone that was buying like a world newspaper or something for you to know.
We wouldn't know on Saturday afternoon that Saturday morning there was a drone strike on a tanker.
And we wouldn't be literally seeing the visual, like dead bodies, explosions.
That's the thing.
Like it's a lot. It's a lot. We're not designed to take all that on.
I make fun of my mother-in-law all the time, and God love her soul. She's from small town USA. I'm from small town USA. Like, listen, I do, and I need to be corrected sometimes because I am a leave your door. I mean, I don't leave my door unlocked anymore because they would kill me. But when you go into the country, like it's like you don't worry about anybody breaking your house or any of this stuff, kidnapping you out of the yard or whatever. Like, I mean, I was gone for 8 hours at a time. Like my mom and dad never had to worry about me. But so I joke on her because Gray will be like running down the street. She'll be like, "Where's Gray?" I'm like, "She's with her 5 other friends." "Well, Chad, what if somebody gets her?" And I'm like, "Emma, you need to quit watching TV so much." But she sees something in New Mexico, a child got abducted by the mailman. It does happen. So
it's always been happening. It just wasn't highlighted. Right.
So then it makes it worse. So then I'm kind of like, shit, I know it's always been happening, but now if I say something and something did happen, I'd feel like but it's funny because I always bust her up. But to your point, there's nothing happening today that wasn't happening 30 years ago. Nothing.
I mean, you're not wrong, and like you said, it's.
I mean, the scale may be different on some form of versus. I mean, different types of drugs are taking over the world or whatever.
Yeah,
I mean, things change.
But drugs, drugs have always been around. Like that's not a new thing.
30 years ago, I mean, cocaine was was the cocaine drug war.
The crack epidemic was. I mean, that wasn't that long ago.
Yeah,
like. And that was serious. Like, and now it's it's evolved to like heroin and
there's no bourbon here right now yet. Okay, but the point I'm saying this, like, think about how things have changed. Bourbon,
Prohibition
was dead. I mean, it was dead.
Yeah.
Then it came back. In the last 15 years, it's probably been the biggest thing it's ever been. Like, and now all of a sudden, it's crashing again.
I was just about to say,
and now it's
like,
crashing again.
People are not drinking,
dude. In Lebanon, Jefferson's was building. It's done. I mean, the plant, this massive distillery, is like 70% done, and they just bailed on it.
They're not going to do it.
I don't know. I mean, honestly, having been connected, it's been a few months since I kind of checked in. The point being is that the distribution is so down to where they were like, well, even if they got it up and running, they're going to try to offset the property to do something, sell it off to someone else. But they're like, yeah, so just stop. Because bourbon is so, I mean, it is on a, I mean,
Yeah.
liquor in general, alcohol
Sales are down dramatically.
But bourbon is hurting right now. And I mean, it's like I had a buddy text me yesterday. There was some basic stuff like Buffalo Trace and some E.H. Taylor small batch, just bottles of it sitting on the shelf at normal prices. And it's like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, I mean, like you would literally, I mean, I'll use the H. Taylor small batch as an example. $75 a bottle if you found it, and it was like, and it's not.
It had like 1 or 2 bottles,
and it's not even that's not juice that's worth that much. It should be a $50 to $55 bottle and readily available. Point being is for the last 3 years, it hasn't been for the most part. Now, you walk in, you're like, that's on the shelf. Yeah, because it's hurting, and it's now that scares me for Kentucky.
Is that something though?
It does scare me for the city, like especially downtown Louisville. Because I think downtown Louisville depends on
it does.
The Bourbon Trail.
Yeah, like people coming in for that.
People still do the Bourbon Trail, but is that something back to your point about bourbon sales being down? Is it because there's so many now?
That's what I'm wondering.
Is it something like
so
literally like we could start the Funding Fathers bourbon tomorrow?
Yeah.
Is that part of the reason?
I don't think. I mean, I'm sure that doesn't help because. Listen, they're getting out now. That's the thing is like those little ones they're gonna dissipate.
From what I've read, like it has a lot to do with Gen Z consumption. Like they just don't drink now. They'll vape and do all the other stuff.
I don't have the data in front of me or whatnot, but there's no doubt about it that I mean marijuana becoming legal, like
100%.
Gummies, being able to have access to THC drinks, like I mean. Hey, shout out to Hectares here in Louisville. I mean, I love it. I mean, they're 5 milligrams of CBD, 5 milligrams of THC. They taste like $1 million, and they're awesome. And you're not drinking alcohol, right? So it's kind of like one of those things. It's literally carbonated water.
Yeah.
So you got people that are like, now I can take one little gummy, and I can take the edge off a little bit. And that's I don't need to drink 6 beers. 3 bourbons or whatever. I mean,
plus the calories too. Like people are becoming more like health conscious in that way.
A lot of things. I think there's a lot of things that's gotten in the way, and I'm sure there's a multitude of other things that's contributing towards it. But it is pretty. It's pretty.
You talk about something else.
Definitely an industry we could. It's one of those things that Kentucky can't afford to let.
Right.
I mean, it is a big. I mean, horse racing and bourbon, baby.
That's big. You talk about health things, and we don't have time to get into because we got to wrap up in a minute, but. Man, something we need to know at some point is the GLP-1 stuff. Not just for the weight loss, like some of the other things. Like now, I don't know because of how long it's been around, how much they could have researched. So like the long-term effects. But there's so many cases now where they're talking about not just for weight loss, but other things it can be used for. But personally, like something like that, I'm one of those where it's. I was talking to a medical professional friend the other day, and they were talking about. The same, like
peptides in general, right? The gray market for that. It's not just GLP-1s. That's just a peptide, right? It's one version of like Retta, right? Is a peptide. Like the way I view that is the same way I view the COVID vaccine, regardless of what your belief is on that. And I personally didn't want to feel like a lab rat. We didn't have enough long-term information to see how it impacted people. And I think there's a lot of people that have their head in the sand right now, and we're starting to see impacts, especially with young people.
I've seen a lot of,
and again, I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. I'm not trying to make this political.
No.
I'm speaking strictly facts. There are more young kids below the age of literally 13 that have heart issues. That you can never convince me that there isn't an impact. Again, correlation's not causation. I'm not saying that. I'm saying for the same reason that we didn't have the long-term studies for that.
Same with this.
I think that it will eventually, we figure it out. It'll probably work.
That's where I was going.
But it's the damage that's done between now and when they finally figure out, all that out with the studies, that it's like, who wants to be the lab rat? Like if you want to be the lab rat, that's fine, but there's no regulation.
Oh no. I mean, there is, but there's not.
How do you know, how do you even know that what you're taking is what it's supposed to be?
Well, supposedly because there's a label that's from the FDA that says it's,
And people can test it. There's testing kits, and you can send it off to labs and stuff. Which, if you are using, I mean, that's what I would tell you to do: send it to a lab and make sure at least what it's supposed to be.
This isn't me being pro GLP. It was more so saying what you're saying.
Yeah.
Is like, I'm neither. It's like how short these things have
Correct.
been to market and how short they were researched and how massive, widespread they've become used. So to your point, it's like,
And I'm nervous about anything that, like, where I feel like we're trying to play God.
yeah,
Like, there's a reason why your body operates the way that it does. And to think that, like, you can just shut off a part of it and think it's not, it's a perfectly built machine. All these things are interconnected. You shut off one thing, it impacts the whole system. So thinking that, like, you're getting the one positive byproduct of doing it, but you don't know in the background there's three. It's like your car, right? Like, you don't put oil in it after so long. You've driven 30,000 miles and haven't changed the oil. Car still starts, get point A, point B, but eventually this shuts down. This shuts down. It impacts this. That's the part that, like, I don't think people are, if you've thought through that and you understand the risk, then by all means, like, do it. But our bodies are not, like, some of these people losing 100 pounds in 3 months or 4 months, 6 months. Like, your body's not designed to do that.
Yeah.
There's a reason why it doesn't just shed fat loss like this, because your first of all, your skeletal system can't, like, all of these things have to regulate as it's happening. And it's like, I don't know. It just seems, I just don't think that people are, it's that, like, I think of it like that, like, this is the devil at work. And I know that sounds crazy, but, like, if something is too good to be true, like, it's a magic weight loss pill, because they have pills now, right? So you don't even have to, it doesn't have to be an injection. It can literally be a pill, like a magic pill. It just sounds like a scam. Like, it just sounds like there's got to be more to that, like anything that's ever existed in the world. And it scares me.
And I hope you're wrong.
I hope I am too.
Because there are a lot of people, and I think I mentioned on.
And no judgment.
I was
like,
none at all.
Yeah,
like,
I get it. Like,
what's the point?
No, I get it. Like, I understand it. It just scares me personally. Yeah.
And I get that. I just, I think it's just, some people look at it and say, I'm 25 pounds overweight. My heart's working harder. My cholesterol's up. My blood pressure's up. I could do something about it, but maybe I need the extra enhancement. And then all of a sudden that gets them motivated. Now they're 25 pounds down. Maybe long term it does hurt them, but at the same time they go to their doctor and they do their blood work and they're like, "Oh, your cholesterol looks great.
Yeah,
blood pressure's back down." Wow.
And maybe we're wrong.
And that's what I'm saying.
Maybe we're wrong.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, we don't know. The thing is we don't know.
Yeah.
And so I think to each their own.
It seems like a big risk to take.
It's like, hey, drugs are bad, drugs, whatever. But it's like, I don't know. I mean, it is to your point though. It scares you. The shot, the COVID shot was the main thing. Now I think that one was only thing I'm gonna say about the COVID shot because again, I support the people that are taking the shots because
100%.
If it's changing their life,
oh, amen.
Yeah,
amen.
If your employer basically forced you,
to
take it,
but
I get it.
This,
like
COVID, the only thing that makes me feel a little bit more is that now, like, I think it's kind of like one of those things where it came out. Who knows? And now they've advanced, and now they're more, and now it's like even more advanced. So we're in these peptides for a while.
Like
now.
any other vaccine.
COVID was how fast that vaccine come out?
Dude, it was like 6 months.
It was Project Hyperspeed.
Yeah, it was literally like 6 months.
Yeah, Hyperspeed.
Like, I just it doesn't. It might have been faster than that, but
the fact again, I still took one. I had to like go to a damn concert. I had to show a vaccination card, and I was like, I'm not going back down that route.
Yeah, no. The point there was
I just was like, I'm gonna just stay at the house.
I think we're gonna see a lot of that stuff. I think we're gonna see a lot of that stuff, change, not for the bad, but there's people who are saying for other health things, other things weight. So I mean,
listen, things advance. I mean, Coach, we're getting ready to go to the moon for the first time, right?
What's the first time? I mean, that's they've delayed it again, so it's like.
I mean, we technically kind of went to the moon this year, but
we didn't. No, like
you
don't. because you flew through the state of Florida doesn't mean you went to somewhere, right? So like flying by the moon doesn't exactly equal taking
No,
your
I'm
kids.
just joking.
If
I'm
you-
just saying.
If you take Great Paris on a flight to say
Like-
Tampa, and you're like, great, I took you to Disney World. She's like, what are you talking about? Out the window,
Look,
you look
there
at
it
the
is.
telescope.
There's Mickey.
Yeah.
Hey, Mickey.
All right, we got to wrap because we've been going for an hour.
Yeah.
There's people waiting to record after us. So
Yeah.
let's wrap this thing up on the moon. It's a great way to end it.
Hey,
USA,
USA
250.
250.
USA.
The World Cup, we're gonna win. By the time this comes out, we'll probably have won the World Cup. Hopefully it's out before then.
We'll be dropping. We'll be dropping by this time.
Fingers
We'll be
crossed.
dropping the announcement of our big event that
Let's
we're throwing.
go.
Ooh,
Oscar.
yeah.
And second annual
Yeah, that's a
event. We'll talk more about that on
that's
the
a
next one.
that's a bomb
Maybe
Let's
we can get
go.
those special guests on
We-
the
on the
they
pod.
they can do this with a person on a Zoom. Like
All right,
Zoom
we'll
them
figure
in.
something.
Could
out.
do that.
We'll bring them in
Yes.
town. Louisville's a
Yeah.
nice city.
Fly them in for some bourbon tour.
Come visit. Let's do a bourbon tour.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right, well, let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
Listen. No, hey, another great episode. This is fun. Listen, no guests. I mean,
I love having guests.
I love
Yeah.
guests. We love guests, but sometimes it is kind of fun just to shoot the shit with you
We've
boys.
had some really good ones.
Just kind of talk.
Yeah.
We have had some good guests, man. Just think of just some really
There's great
cool
stories.
topics. I mean,
People.
just all from all spectrums. Man.
Yep.
It's just kind of neat, and I'm looking forward to. Like I said, if people got some guest suggestions, please,
Bring it.
let us know. Like we're looking for anyone. This is not all. As you can tell, we don't. A lot of times we don't even talk about mortgages.
No. Yeah.
Like that is not to bore you to death with mortgage shit. It's like to, But anyhow, well, hey man, it's been fun here at the closing table.
Today's
Yeah.
last day of the
Funding
month.
fathers.
You
Funding
have
fathers.
table today?
Actually,
Well,
I won.
depends if I get a clear-
Yes,
depends-
actually.
Depends if I get a clear to close and
Yeah.
and Giles. Hey, Giles wants to rush a closing this afternoon for me, but it might be tomorrow. So
Gotcha. Cool stuff. Well,
I did all my damage. 3 closings last Friday because it was closing day. It's Friday. Baby.
Yeah, it's Friday. Yeah.
It's Friday.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I got 6 today, so
Oh,
from the closing table.
shit. Yeah.
Jesus
All right.
Christ. Appreciate you guys tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Let's go. Boom. Go USA.